You
Yeah.
can't trade it in.
Yeah.
There's no trading here. Yes, you we sometimes need to have a transplant, but think about it, how long you have to wait for a transplant. It's not like a car. You can just go down and say, okay, I trade in this car for a new car. It's not that simple. So the one thing you have is this body. You're walking it every single day, 365 days a year. Or if it's a leap year, it's one day less. But whatever it is, it carries you all the time and you're wearing it. It's you. So you really need to look after it. It's so important.
Yeah, yeah. What you just said reminded me. My son came home the other day. He's nearly 20, and he came home, and I was preparing dinner, and he just said, um, it's so important to have live food, and to live food prepared with love,
Yeah, yeah,
because how you create the food you're eating, the love you're putting in, that's what you're eating. So
yeah.
you're eating live food, you take care
Mm-hmm.
of it, the way you
Yeah,
prepare it with all the spices, the herbs, everything what you get into the food has a completely, different consciousness, and you absorb that. So, you put live food into you, which is part of nature, you are it, and together it can help you to increase your healing,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what you
yeah.
want. So when you put dead food in, which is overcooked, which has loads of
Yeah.
chemicals in it, it cannot be supportive.
No, doesn't have the nutrients in it to support you. Doesn't have the nutrients in it to support your vital organs. So you need to think about your healthy protein and your whole grains along with your fruits and your veg. And the majority of that on your plate needs to be your vegetables, basically. So you get all your potassium, your magnesium, all those things that you need that will help your iron. You need all of that. And so it's really, I think this is a really good topic. What food is on your plate? Where is it coming from? Because I don't think sometimes we really pay attention to that. We just, grab and go, just eat and go. But now I think we need to pay a lot more attention to what's on our plate and where it's going. How is it affecting us? Your longevity is so important. Healthy skin, healthy mind. Because again, isn't it, Paola? If we're not eating properly, if we're not eating the right food, it affects our mind as well as our skin. Isn't that so?
How do you say that? When you are in a good state of mind, you don't even want to put foods in which are not beneficial for your health. But when you feel down, you maybe feel slightly, longer period of time, you have feelings of feeling depressed and anxious and stressed and so on. You give less attention of what you're eating. You're more likely putting in different foods, but it's not the food which can make you feel anything. It's our state of mind which.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also think that when we eat certain foods, it can, because if you're thinking of eating chocolate all the time, it's going to affect you
But
physically.
the question is a
Yes.
very good question. I love it that you bring up that subject, because that brings in my favorite subject, which is mind work. So, so yes, so you're eating chocolate all the time. So you're binge eating chocolate more or less. My question is now, why do you binge eat in the first place? And that's a mind thing, you see. So you're not eating the chocolate, and the chocolate is telling you, eat me, and then you have a physical response. It is somehow that you got caught up with an innocently created a belief around you, your life, that you may be unhappy or you're not deserving, whatever it is, and that's the reason you're grabbing this chocolate. But when you are in a good state of mind, you don't even fancy eating this stuff all the time, because then you're actually fine with eating a piece of chocolate and then you can leave it again. Do you see the difference?
Oh, I need this chocolate. Oh, yes. No, I don't need a chocolate. Oh, yes, I have to have that chocolate.
Sorry, I lost you there. So you see, say that question again.
I said, when you mention about is the mind, not the mind that the food doesn't affect your mind, but you having to control your mind as to whether you need that chocolate.
When
So
you
you,
understand,
yeah,
when you understand how you psychologically work, then you get into a clearer state of mind, and you don't find the need to listen to passing thought as much, you see. So you go through life with a quieter mind, and
yeah,
then you don't feel the need to grab all this food all the time. You can actually go with long periods of time without even thinking about food, and you do eat more supportive. And sometimes we forget. So, but the thing is, if I'm somehow binge eating, I somehow cover up an innocently created belief around me, myself, my life somewhere, that I
yeah.
find I need to always, I need to somehow cover that up, and that's why I'm eating. Do you see the difference? She's laughing, so she's hearing something.
It's funny how I do believe our mind plays trick on us anyway, but we have got to be in control of it. Um, and as we control it, then we can live a healthier life. So it's just making the right choices, isn't it? Again, it's all down to choices, isn't it?
But to control it, Verna, it's hard work. It's really hard work trying to
Yeah.
control your mind. How about you don't have to do anything, just to know what's happening? When I
Yeah, it's like
understand what's
exercise.
happening.
It's like exercise. Do you want to exercise or not? Do you want to get slimmer or not? Oh, you know what I mean?
Ah,
So,
but when I understand, the thing is, I have to exercise, but when I do exercise, I don't enjoy. I'm going to do them for a week, I'm doing them maybe for months when I'm very good, and then I'm going to leave it and I'm never going to do it again. But when I figured out what I actually do enjoy, then, and I do not know myself well enough that I say, oh, this exercise I do actually enjoy, then you continue doing it because you like doing it.
yeah.
So,
So we have to become mentally fit, and
and
we don't eat it.
gentler with ourselves, So it's
Yeah,
all about the understanding. So when I
understanding.
understand what's
Yeah,
going on, then I don't need to change it. But I do understand it's okay to have moments where I feel
of
caught up.
course. I mean, that's life would be boring if you don't have a little bit of moment. You just don't want to stay, constantly there.
Yeah.
But it's just making sure what you put on your plate is the key to your health and well-being, that it doesn't clog your arteries, because it's so important for your arteries to be able the blood to be able to flow and to do the necessary work, take the nutrients to the place that it needs to go to do its job.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
because every organ needs different nutrients. We need all those nutrients, but some things may focus on other things. Your brain control everything, and if you think it's lacking something here, it's going to say, hello, hello, hello. We need. You know what I mean? So you have to. It's key. It's very important.
Oh, yes, it's so super important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if you want to talk as well about the sea, so the sea as well and the fish you're eating,
Oh, the
because we
sea.
often think we stop eating meat, but we still eat fish. And it's good to eat fish. It's absolutely fine, and it's really
Fine.
important to get your omega
Yeah,
3s in. Very
it is.
important,
Yeah, if
really
you get
important
it.
for your heart health.
Mhm.
But just keep in mind, as bigger the fish, as more mercury in the fish, so which is a heavy metal which you really don't want to eat.
One teeth,
So
yeah.
as smaller the fish, as better it is. So herring, mackerel, any
Yeah,
other
salmon.
fish.
Salmon and stuff like that.
Salmon is quite big fish.
Yeah.
It's already quite full of
Of
mercury, has a
mercury.
lot in it. So it's as
But
well,
you have those that
antibiotics.
they farm as well. So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's important to have wild salmon when you eat salmon, and you see the difference in color. Have you ever compared them?
Yes, you see, the wild salmon is much pinker, sort of like reddish, as opposed to the other one that looks more like a pale orange color. But sorry, oh no, I was just thinking of the birds. The flamingo is that when it eats certain, it gets its color from eating the shrimps and things like that. So I was just processing in my mind who eat what,
Uh-huh.
basically. But yeah, just making
Oh, I
sure
didn't. I
it's quite
didn't
hard to
know
get.
that. That is
Pardon?
huge. I didn't know that. So the pelicans get the color from
Yeah, when they
eating
eat,
the shrimp.
when they eat certain foods, they get their color. So you can when you see them with a really nice orange sort of a color. Yes, I was reading when I was doing colors with Julie. I was researching, and that's that way I found that yes, they get their nice some salmon color from certain things that they eat,
Oh,
and that gives
interesting.
them their colors. Yes, shrimps
Mhm.
and things like that. So yeah, so every living thing have to eat certain things to look nice. And get my pinkness and my salmon color.
But there we are again, and there we are, and that's back to us humans,
Yeah,
So, you know, true beauty comes from the food you're eating
yeah,
and the water you're drinking. Verna, and we talk about that the next time as well. Verna always, and you maybe heard it before, she's saying eating water, So the fluid you get in the food you're eating, the nutrients in your food. What are the nutrients? There are vitamins and minerals like you're getting through the food is helping you to look beautiful.
yes, it helps your cells. So yes, like I am drinking my water and lemon, you can do that, but that's just washing. It's just washing going through your body. When you eat your water, it gets to the cells because you need to feed those cells. Every organ in your system need a percentage of water. So when we talk about that next time, we will just go in that a little bit more because your bones need water, your lungs need water, your heart needs water, your brain need water, everything in you need water. That's why
Yeah,
they
we
say
are water. We are like
exactly
90% water,
water.
So
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
that will be our next topic when we come to chat with you. So
Yes.
it's quite
So
exciting.
yes. So keep looking what you buy. Keep reading your ingredients when you go in the supermarket. It's really important, and it takes a little bit longer to go shopping in the beginning. But I promise you, you will know in the end.
You will know
And
exactly.
ask your local where the shops where you buy your meat and so on. The butcher. Ask where they got their meat from, and they can give you information too. So,
Yeah, yeah. Because
any
you have
last words?
yeah, your butchers tend to know where they're taking their meat from because a lot of them are very clued up on what it is. They don't just grab anything for you. I remember my mom when she went to purchase any meat or fish. She had her specific fishmonger that she went to get her fish. She had this specific butcher that she went to get her meat. And as a kid, you're thinking, just buy the meat, man. But she was so particular in what she got. And, she was like, these men, they look after our water and sewage. They go down into the pit and they have to come back up. So they need to have something healthy in their system. So she was very particular about what she bought and, how she made it, how she cooked it. Oh my goodness. Now I can really appreciate.
And And that is your foundation. And now
Yes.
look at you, and that's why you look so glowing, so healthy. It makes a big difference.
It
Yeah.
makes a difference. It does. It does
Really
make a
does.
difference. And even if you stray away from it, you come back. You know what I mean? Something just brings you back. What are you doing? You need
Mm.
to get back on track, you know? And it's just so important to make that part of your children's lives as well. It's not just about, oh, they don't like this or they don't like that. Just if you have to put it in a shake, do something with it that they love, that they enjoy, and then they starting getting their vitamins and everything like that. So then they get used to it. But you know, so many people say, well, my child don't like this, my child don't like, and that's because half of the time the child have never eaten it. They don't know what it is, they don't know what the fruit is, they don't know what a cow look like, they don't know what a goat look like, they don't know any of it. You know what I mean? So it's important to take them to the farm, let them get to know the different animals, let them get to know what it is that is good to eat and what is not good to eat, and they make their choices as they grow up. So yeah, it's important to make sure you involve them, have a family time, a fun time together, like you did with your son when you went riding and you pick that corn and you say, okay, let's go home and boil, and you realize, oh no, that's not the right corn, that's just to feed the animals. So yeah, that's how you have fun, and you get to know your parent and you get to know one another, and that's where all the love begin to flow. So when
Yeah.
you cook that food with all that love, it comes in.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you do need recipes, you find them on my website. I got a recipe blog there called on www.healthylivingwithpaolaroyal.co.uk, but you see that on the bottom as well, the link. Verna, any last words again?
Yeah,
Or
well, if you want to contact me for any treatments, because I do different types of massages, I have some videos that are going up on my Facebook page telling you about the different types of massages. Because someone asked me that question, how many types of massages are there? There are loads, and it's just understanding which one is for you, and you can speak to your therapist. So if you want to ask me any questions, you can email me at Verna at Lavispa, Lavie spa.co.uk, or you contact me on my Facebook page, Lavi Spa, or you can phone me 07828181254, and I'm here to help in any way I can.
wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for having you, Berna. And
Thank
bear
you
with
for
us
having
to the next one where we talk about everything about water.
water.
So when I look forward, I need to come for a massage sometime.
Yeah, the room is almost ready. We're putting down the membrane and the tiling going down today. So
Oh, how
hopefully by the end of the
exciting.
week it will be ready. We don't want to rush it. I wanted it to be ready because I have clients that are waiting to have treatments, but I want it to be perfect for them. It's not going to be perfect the way I want it, but I want it to be surreal. I want it to be calm and relaxing for them. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. That
Yeah.
sounds fantastic.
Okay.
So lovely to see you all, and
Um,
see you soon.
See
Any
you soon.
questions, get in touch with us.
Yeah. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.